yesterday we had ourselves a Phillies press conference, and I got to say, bad job by the Phillies to roll JT out yesterday. It felt wrong. Like, it almost felt like he was the consolation prize. Like,
he knew that.
I know, but they didn't have to do a press conference.
No, they didn't.
They didn't. I mean, we needed that yesterday? I mean, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Well, I mean, maybe we did to unpack it, but I don't think as a fan base we needed that yesterday. It just felt like bad PR by the Phillies yesterday. But as everyone is frustrated with the offseason that has been, because it has not been a good Phillies offseason, Dave Dombrowski and Rob Thompson, both at separate times yesterday, tried to kind of remind us that they have done some good things around here. Could we first hear Dave Dombrowski? He doesn't want us to forget what they have done this offseason.
We did rebound in the sense that we signed JT right away, which I'm very fortunate that we're very fortunate he didn't sign somewhere else. And I think overall in the wintertime, I like our club. We have a good club. You know, I've just said it's a situation. People forget we re-signed Schwarbs.
That right there, that right there took me out. That one right there took me out.
Why?
Because he said it with so much glee. Now, I understand his excitement because, you know, we were all worried about whether Schwartz or not would come back. But, dog, that's not the same as the Bo Bichette. Like, you're trying, with all due respect, you're trying to make us feel better about your flub. You had all of us thinking that Bo Bichette was a done deal, and people were excited about that.
Yeah.
And then you come back and hit us with, hey, we got Kyle Schwartz, which is not a bad. It's not a bad thing. But, dog, you can't. Come on.
So, first of all, I don't think anybody forgets
that
they signed Kyle Schwarber. Yeah. But it became – they made it less important to people when their name was added into the Bo Bichette sweepstakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, if they're using forget in that way, then they made people forget.
Well, and then let's look at the timeline, because you told us when the Kyle Schwarber deal was done, if I'm not mistaken, that you were done. Done deal. We're good.
But then they jumped into Bichette.
Yes. That's the problem. See, that's where you need some people in the office that understand the psyche of this fan base. And they should have told you before you had that press conference, hold up, dog. You might not want to go out there and say exactly what you said, because nobody wants to hear that today.
In effect, it reminds me a little bit of this Eagles thing. And what I mean by that is our first caller today said, well, McDaniel and Daboll aren't that good anyway. Well, okay, that's fine if you believe that. But the Eagles wanted them, right? Like, so.
Yeah, that was their first move.
Right, so the Eagles were interested very strongly in McDaniel and Daboll. So when we don't get them, I can't spin it as, well, they're not good anyway. Well, if the Eagles wanted them.
We didn't want you no way. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you did.
So the Phillies are going to try to spin now, Hugh, and I think we saw this yesterday. Hey, we're
still a good club.
But weren't they telling us they didn't think they were quite good enough by going after Bichette?
In a sense, yes.
Yeah, like, so when you go
you
after
acknowledge that you needed to make a splash,
yes,
Joe.
Right.
You acknowledge you needed to make a splash.
Exactly.
And you also acknowledge that as good as you are, you're not good enough to beat the Yankees.
Excuse me,
the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
yeah.
I mean, the Dodgers become the new Yankees. I mean, you're right. I mean, that's where this whole sport is, trying to chase
the evil
the Dodgers.
empire. I was thinking the evil empire.
But they're the new evil empire.
They're the new, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. The whole sport is chasing the Dodgers. So you have Dombrowski saying that yesterday. And then, there's, I think, a very fair representation that the Phillies are running it back, right? Schwarber was here anyway. And, JT was here anyway. Well, listen to Rob Thompson yesterday as he's trying to make it sound like, well, we're not really running it back. Here's Topper yesterday afternoon.
We're going to have 3 new relievers. We got a new right fielder. We're going to put Crawford. Crawford's going to get every chance to play. We probably got a rookie starting pitcher and Painter. We got Otto Kemp, who wasn't here at the start of last year. So we're turning over 20 to 25% of our roster. So if you think that's turning it back or running it back, whatever the saying is, yeah, I can't help you.
All right.
I mean, to be fair to him, he's right. But the problem is there are a bunch of names that, well, Painter was a name we heard last year a lot that regressed, that we were excited about. Yeah. Probably not as much this year because we don't know what you're going to get from him. And everybody else is just it doesn't move the meter.
I'm glad you said that. So, all right, look. Of all the moves they made this offseason, bringing new people, and I think the Brad Keller signing is the best one. The relief pitcher from the Cubs, he'll set up Duran, right? That's good. He mentioned they have 3 new relievers. The other 2 guys he's referencing are Jonathan Bolin, who they got in a trade from the Royals from Matt Strom, and Kyle Backus from the Diamondbacks. If those guys came into the studio and I said their names, the audience wouldn't know who they are. Like, Topper, you have to realize, I'm not saying they can't help the team. Maybe they're going to be good. But it doesn't pop to 99% of the fan base who the people you're talking about are.
All right, Topper, if you want to say that you're not running it back and you want to play semantics, fine. I'll play ball. Then you got worse.
Oh, you're right. Are those guys better than Matt Strahm? Nope. Probably not. I mean, you're right.
Because so fine, you're not running it back. You're worse. That's worse.
Are you I mean, that's really when next time he speaks, which could be with one of our shows at spring training or just a press conference to start spring training. I think it's a very fair question. Rob, do you think your roster is better than the roster that walked off the field in L.A.? And if he says yes, I think he's
a liar.
He's lying. It's not. I mean, now doesn't mean they can't get better or outperform things or change our minds, but it's not on paper a better roster than walked off the field in L.A. I mean, we all know this, and Rob knows it too, and he's spinning it.
He's lying to us. So you don't want to call him a liar, though.
Well,
it doesn't feel like you're being truthful.
It feels like spin. You know something about spin. He's filibustering.
I speak truth.
There's such a thing as lying by omission.
Yes. Well, it's telling half the truth and just kind of ignoring things.
Which Hugh does a lot.
I wouldn't say that.
All right, can they salvage the offseason, or are we cooked here? Is this what it is?
Oh, no, they broke me. I'm out.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, unless you go get Bo Bichette, which I don't think you can do.
No, he's a Met.
That's what I'm saying.
We did.
He signed the papers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you could do that.
Well, all right, so I think this is not going to end up being remembered as a good offseason. There are still some things they could do to salvage the offseason, though. I mean, Cody Bellinger is still a free agent. I don't expect them to get Cody Bellinger. I don't think they will. But he's still a free agent, and he would be an enormous upgrade for this team. And right now it seems like Yankees, Mets, or maybe a couple other mystery teams. I don't know if they have any kind of urge to go and offer a huge deal to Cody Bellinger, but that could, in effect, salvage the offseason. So that's one thing they could still do. He is still a free agent. Mm-hmm. And then, Hugh, two other things that would not, in terms of change the roster, do much, but they would make them better set up for now and the future. One would be, and we really haven't brought this name up in a while, bring back Harrison Bader.
The people liked him. I know, when we first got him, he was just a guy, but he brought a lot of energy. Mm-hmm. He definitely brought a lot of energy. I don't think it's still going to move the meter, but it's a decent consolation prize.
It would make me feel better. I mean, they would be a better baseball team if they had Bader as another option in the outfield than whatever they have now, because, boy, they're putting a lot of eggs into the basket of, Justin Crawford's just going to play every day. All right. I mean,
this is true.
I hope he can play, but we've seen many times where rookies go through lumps. I mean, Justin Crawford is a first-round pick. He's got amazing pedigree. I loved watching his dad play, but I don't know if he's going to be a great player from day one. He may take time. So Bader would at least be a hedge. That would make me feel better about where they're at. And the last thing, and I know it doesn't change the season to come, but Jesús Luzardo a couple weeks ago said he wants to stay here long-term. He only has 1 year left on his deal. I mean, Hugh, I'd feel better if they took the money they were offering Bichette, right? Because there's a gap between what they gave JT and what they offered to Bichette. Obviously, a huge gap. Go offer Jesús Luzardo that on a long-term extension. At least make me feel like, all right, I don't know what this year's going to be, but I got...
You got that guy. You got Luzardo. And you got some pieces that you could potentially build around.
Right, because, I mean, Luzardo's a free agent after the season, and I think if he has a huge year, he's going to get a lot of money in free agency. So, look, Bellinger's still a free agent. Bader would make me feel better. Even a Luzardo extension would make me feel like, all right, they've got their eye on the whole big picture here. That would salvage it to an extent for me. But as they're at right now, I mean, please, with the spin about 3 new relief pitchers. I mean, Topper, come on.
Yeah, it sounds like you trying to get excited about something that nobody else sees.
Well, yeah, I mean, it just felt like spin. All right, 215-592-9494. For your reaction to the Phillies, are you broken like Kyle, or can they salvage this offseason with a few weeks before spring training? Let's go to the phone lines here.